Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back to BC5 Dead Cells. As I finally got my voice back after a nasty little sneeze there and cough. Out of all of this equipment, I hate it all except for one item. You can guess which one that is. What I don't like is heavy crossbow. Definitely not cursed sword. The War Javelin Impaler kind of sucks. The boot sucks too, but not as bad as the Impaler. The Trident is funny and interesting, but we just rolled Brutality. So out of all of this, really, it's kind of just, you know, Flawless and then Nerves of Steel. And then in theory, it's a lot of damage on the Flawless. We could roll either Survival or Tactics with what we have here. Either would work. We could roll a, It's gonna let you go for a minute. Hey. We could roll a, Oh, why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? Why am I doing this? I am, like, not playing correctly right now. Good lord, what am I doing? Yeah, we could take either or. Sorry, I'm a little bit just like phased right now for some reason. I gotta get back into the swing of things. I guess it's because I have a Nerves of Steel, but I'm not using it, and in my head I'm like, why am I attacking with melee when I've got a Nerves of Steel? No. We're fine. Just use that bow a little bit more when you have to, you know, kill something at a distance. I like both of these weapons. The Flawless has definitely grown on me in Dead Cells. Previously, I would not take this because I don't necessarily like the moveset, but you know, if you're trying to not get hit, it's a pretty decent weapon. Of course, when you get hit, you might want to have something that can get you out of a jam, which is not the Flawless, speaking of. You dead yet? There we go. So many freaking elites. So what do we take here? Do we go for a survival run or a tactics run? You know, we haven't done tactics recently. We did a little bit of survival and a bit of brutality and then forced brutality and then did some more brutality. So we could go for a tactics run. Let's go tactics. Let's go tactics on this one. Let's go tactics. Let's go tactics. I've decided to go tactics on this run. Sorry, I am just kind of all over the place right now, though. Maybe that's fine, though. Maybe you want to see Abe a little bit flustered. Let's get some more points in tactics as well. Buff the damage of this bow. Not a very good bow right now. It doesn't have any piercing, but we can add that to it pretty easily. And you know what? This is also a very good excuse I should say, to go to the sewers and actually try to kill the boss who we've been unable to kill recently because of reasons. The reasons being, of course, that I am just getting myself killed constantly on runs, dying in very strange ways that make me a little bit embarrassed, but that'll be okay. Tactics, Hokuto's bow. Okay, we're gonna take Hokuto's bow. The more things change and the more Abe tries to get away from a Hokuto's bow with Nerves of Steel, the more it shouldn't surprise you that he's actually going for a Hokuto's bow Nerves of Steel build yet again. Where is the button? Oh, there it is. Abe the Tactician. I mean, I certainly hope so. At least more than previous runs, you know? Oh, geez. Snake Fangs, not interested. I have a question for all of you Dead Cells experts out there. Will snake fangs heal you if you put it in your backpack and then attack with it due to having one of the acrobat pack perks? Because that could actually be a lot of fun and also pretty strong. If you don't have the negative effect of taking double damage, but you could still heal, that's actually pretty decent. By pretty decent, I mean just breakingly good? Game-breakingly good? Love that you don't know how to handle me when I have a bow. Hell says, I don't have the fangs. You don't have the fangs unlocked? How do you unlock the fangs? Because I got no freaking idea. I will never in this game remember how to unlock anything. Yeah, so let's go to the sewers. Don't know how to get it. See, now I'm interested because I would say like 85% of items in this game are just unlocked by killing enemies and then getting the blueprint. And then like 15 or so percent are like secrets. This is a blueprint from Cold-Blooded Guardian, which is the war javelin throwing snake creature in the Fractured Shrines. Don't even remember the names of things. I tend to remember the names, but not where anything's unlocked. You know, this is not a game, at least for me, where I'm going to play many times with like different save files or anything like that. At least I try not to. That tracks. Except you would really think that that's the War Javelin unlock, not Snake Fangs. Snake Fangs should be like the rampaging zombie because he attacks you with his claws, although then it's not snake and also not fangs. But who's keeping track? Shots pierce. Double damage and burning order, oil and shots pierce, whatever. We'll get a different weapon. Although, actually, Hokuto's bow, Nerves of Steel networking could actually be incredible, but considering I have so little HP, we gotta go disengagement first. Damage is king, but also survival is double king. And we're going to the sewers. I'm not gonna go to the bank. We did bank recently. Are they not both? You know what? They might in fact be both. I don't know. I told you, I don't know where anything unlocks. It could be both, for all I know. You're not gonna get me. I like having Hokuto's bow for this area here because you're kind of seeing that it is able to kill a lot of the weak units in like one hit, which is actually kind of nice. It's convenient, in fact. You know, if I can kill an enemy or several enemies with Hokuto's bow and then save the Nerves of Steel shot for something that's maybe a little bit stronger, that can help speed us up a little bit. Oh, I'm poisoned. You know, enemies that spawn other enemies and the multitude of small flying enemies means that certainly helps out a little bit. Helps out in the damage department, in the speed department, I guess. Not so much the damage department, although if we can get some sort of AoE, bleed, poison, all that nonsense. Oh, God! I hate those guys. They hurt so much when you get hit by the full combo. Don't get hit by the full combo. Well, I'm sorry, okay? I got hit by the full combo, I'm sorry. I didn't think I would get hit by the full combo. I thought I could roll through him. What happens is if you get hit right when you try to roll, it's like you don't get your roll back in time, and then you just keep getting hit by the combo. That's what it feels like. But I gotta just have like a different dodging pattern for if I get hit by him. I mean, don't get hit by him first of all. Sometimes you just get hit though. Sometimes you just get hit though. Hit though, hit though. Oh, they're coming. Da, 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 da. Oh! I don't want this. Ba, da, 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 da. Okay. This Hokuto's bow, by the way, it is not going to be something we're going to use for a long time. In fact, it's going to be something that we use for a couple of floors, if that. Without it having any sort of fire or poison, it just does not enough damage, and without us having any other means of fire or poison, it doesn't do that much damage. Although Fire Grenade helps out a little bit. Lightning Rods, it's got a long cooldown. We could probably replace Telluric Shock. I mean, why not? Now we have a couple of DOTs we can apply. With the Hokuto's bow, we can actually enable that extra damage. Oh! A little scary. By the way, your malaise tier is increased. I'd rather not have my malaise tier be increased, but there's nothing I can do about that, really. Hey, come here. That's an item or a weapon that I should probably use at some point, the pickaxe, because you can not grind infinite money, but you can make enemies give you more money. By just getting those full-powered shots in on them. It would take a long time, though, I think. It would just make the run be long for not as much value as it needs to have, I think. Or maybe it just, like, has enough damage for it to be worth it. I don't know. Dude, I love watching the biters freak out, man. I'm freaking out, man! Dude, I feel like my damage decreased over the floor. Like, I feel like since I started this floor, it's now taking more shots to kill enemies. I don't believe that's the case. It just feels like it. We just need some new freaking weapons, man. Weapon, man. You know, magnetic grenade. Magnetic grenade's not what we want. I was gonna say it could apply like a little bit of damage to a lot of enemies to get value out of Hokuto's bow, but it doesn't do any damage now until it goes off. It's not very good. Great Owl, Wolf Trap, Crossbow Trap, maybe. I think it's better than Lightning Rods, but it's a little expensive at this early stage in the game. We could go Fire build, which kind of half works. But no, I'm just gonna re-roll everything several times and then not be satisfied with anything. Malaise cleared. Like, wasn't I one-shotting the zombies early in this floor? And now it's two-shotting them like all the time? What the hell happened? What happened to my damage output? Hell9 says, I don't understand what the emergency door does. I tried it once, it was weird. It creates a door. The next time I see one, I'll try it for you. But emergency door is actually like not terrible-ish. It's just very wonky, because you gotta put the door down, get to the other side of the door, without breaking the door, but the enemies can still go to the other side of the door, at least when they're teleporting, in BC, you know, whatever. So it's like, what's the point of the freaking door? I feel like it's better in the lower levels. When you start getting into BC4 and enemies teleport, the door doesn't do that much. Because what you can do is you can use it to block off enemies and they can't hit you, but they can still hit you in BC5. They teleport in front of you, nothing personnel kit, and then hit you in the face. Not ideal. Doesn't make any sense. There's a couple of very good use cases for the door. In particular, the crowbar grants you crits when you break doors. So if you create a door, you can get those crits off. And then the other value of the door is because when you break a door, it stuns enemies. You can throw the door, break it, and then it'll stun any enemy that's on the other side of the door. So it has like strategic uses as well. As wonky as they are. All right, good floor other than almost dying. But I don't really like the door personally. The door is just a little bit too awkward for me. There's our wolf trap. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Gonna need some other DOT effect, but I guess we can make the wolf trap like break and burn. There you go, toxic cloud. So we've got that now. That still doesn't do anything, but that's okay. I'm not gonna re-roll it again. Let's go for our networking. I feel like this is gonna be a very good build with networking because then the Hokuto's bow is gonna be able to apply more damage over time by hitting enemies. This seems like a build where we can just shoot and then run through enemies as quickly as possible and then it'll be fine. In theory. Queen's Rapier. Actually not bad. Poisons the enemy too, but not what we were looking for. I guess we could hold it. There might be enemies in this hallway. It's a very long one. Yeah. Gotta be a little bit careful immediately. So, just a bit here, go slow. I mean, I gotta... Uh-oh. No, it's fine. Hey. Get out of here. Okay. That'll kill you, probably. That'll kill you. One of you. Something's giving me a shield. And then one of you. Beautiful. Now let's speed it up a little bit. Because in theory... Ow. If I did my math correctly, no guarantee of that. Okay, give it a second. Just keep running around enough, eventually everything will die. That's generally my plan in this floor. Call back to the previous run that we had. Freaking... No. You. Just die. It can be any ranged attack. It doesn't have to be the bow. Let's try to keep that in mind. I don't know how long the debuff lasts. That's something that that I do not know off the top of my head, if not ever. Whoop. Ah, damn it! It's another... another one of you! Should not have fired that twice, but that's okay. It's another one of those, dang training dummies. Always the most annoying. Networking glaive destroys the hands. Yeah, the giant. I've used networking glaive, not glaive, but I've used networking on the giant fight. It looks like what happens is you can still damage the hands when you hit the eye, but I don't know if that's actually correct. I haven't actually watched a fight of the giant with networking active and paid extremely close attention to how much damage we're actually doing. It looks like you can still damage the eyes, but I don't know if that's actually the truth. The truth, the truth. Sinew Slicer, yeah, that's pretty good. We're gonna drop Barnacle Trap. I think we can drop Barnacle Trap. Sinew Slicer, I think, is pretty decent because it's a little continuous damage being done. Unless I'm missing it, this might be 2 runs in a row in which there's no bonuses. Which is a darned shame. But I may have just missed it. There's a couple of areas left to look that I did run through a little. That's a super malaise. Ugh. I guess we'll take it. I don't love that, but I think it's worth it. The HP. Might have hurt boxes and be invulnerable, if that makes sense. So it looks like you're damaging them, but they actually just don't take any HP. You know, now that I think about it, I think maybe you can kill the hands while the eye is out, because I think I've had that happen before, where the eye comes out on one fist, and then while you're attacking the eye, the other fist comes down because you broke it for some reason, like just through penetration damage. You shoot the eye, your shot goes through the eye, hits the other fist. So maybe it actually just totally works. Kind of like the idea of pyrotechnics here. We're doing a ranged build, let's go full on. It's a good meme tier. I mean, I like networking, I like glaives. The networking rework really turned me around. And even then, when the rework happened, I was like, I don't know if I really believe in networking. But no, networking is good, but it did need a rework. And I'm glad it got one. There's a fireball now. Polo's another meme item. Polo's a meme item that, like, isn't even good enough to meme about. Like, it's legitimately trash. Like, I feel like you've got to at least make it half believable. Go down, thank you. What's the rework? So, back in the day, networking, it says enemies hit with a ranged attack are marked. Previously, it was enemies with an arrow in them. So, if you hit them with a thrown dagger, that enemy would be marked. But what it meant is that if you ever pierced an enemy to hit an enemy behind an enemy, only the front enemy takes the arrow, so they're the only ones who are getting hit by networking. By making it any ranged attack, a piercing arrow can now apply networking to multiple enemies, and it made it so much better. Because previously it was just not unworkable, but it really didn't work that well, did it? It was too situational before. Like, when are you gonna even be able to hit enemies, but not kill them, but put in an arrow in an enemy behind an enemy that you're attacking, and it's just like pointless. But yeah, it got way better. Way better to the point where people, like, love networking now. And for the longest time, I thought it was a bit of a meme-y take, but I don't think it is. I think it's just good now. It's not even that old networking needed brain power, it's just, it required you to just continuously roll through enemies and make sure you hit every enemy once with their own distinct thrown dagger or something. And it also didn't work with a lot of weapons. It didn't work with anything that didn't leave an arrow. Even something like explosive crossbow wouldn't work with that. It doesn't leave an arrow in the target. Pyrotechnics, flame blast, firebrand, you know, none of those would work with it. It would only work with a more subset of equipment. Even that one, hyperlight, even the hyperlight sword wouldn't work, would it? Get out of here. Da-da. All right, pick up the key. Do not take the amulet. Whatever. Unfortunately, when there's only one enemy, you can't exactly network him, can you? Dun, 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 dun. Excuse me. Even alchemic carbine did not work, I believe. Yeah, and that's like the perfect weapon to use for something like that, because you apply a lot of DOT to enemies. That's like the ideal. Well, luckily I just got to 60. Not with that attitude it wouldn't. Sorry, I can't talk today apparently. Speaking of explosive crossbow, it's phenomenal, but also, it's very good. You know. We could just roll explosive crossbow. It does basically the same damage as nerves. We could just put the Hokuto's bow in the backpack, I guess. We don't even need pyrotechnic right now. Yeah, why not? We'll put the bow in the backpack. Swap. Recycle, recycle. Now we've got a tactics explosive crossbow run immediately. Might be a little bit harder to engage networking, but it's still good. And it has +3 ammo, so it's never gonna run out, I don't think. I think the ammo regen's faster than you can use it here. Yeah, that works. Well, you know what? I didn't lose much HP on that engagement, just a bit. See the key. We're gonna go back for that one later. I really like Alchemic Carbine, though. It's pretty good. Alchemical Pistol. Whatever it's called, I always forget because they changed the name a couple of times. Wait. The AoE on the cross hit? Or is it shooting an arrow in front of you? I think it's the AoE on the cross hit applies networking? I don't know. It's tough to come to a determination off of that one engagement. Something applied networking though. It was either the hit or the arrow. It must be the arrow. That's cool. I did not even think about that. I did not think that shooting an arrow in front of you would be enough to apply it, but it absolutely is, and that's kind of cool. It's just yet another little synergy you can take advantage of. All right, we have a little bit more left to do. I see a star. I want to get the map, just in case there is a unfortunate cursed chest somewhere. And we almost have the full map. Should just have it in the one more hallway here on the left. Hell says this used to be my favorite bow when I started playing. It's my favorite bow now. Well, it's one of my favorite bows. I was gonna say, I see a plus on the ground. What is that plus? Then I figured it out very quickly. Explosive crossbow is like S rank. No cursed chests found. AoE of the crossbow is the kind of derivative damage I think would stack it. I guess it is just fundamentally a melee attack. It's a melee hit. Blood Sword applies 2 stacks of the damage over time instead of 1. That's interesting. I kind of go in ranged here. Sorry, ranged here. It's tempting. We can get rid of the Hokuto's bow and then grab it, I suppose. Ooh! Jerk. Okay, put this on the ground. Thank you. Face Flask was so good when it came out. I forget how that changed. I remember it had like some weird broken synergies, but that I don't remember, because I never used it. I understand it, and I understand that you can use it to enable synergies too. The whip is tempting. The whip is still tempting. Quick bow is tempting as well. The damage is actually kind of substantial, and you could roll networking along with barbed tips pretty effectively. Crits up, ammo +3. You're not gonna get the crits too often, but the ammo is pretty good. Used to heal you or give you rally health. One of the, okay. Give you recovery, kind of like vampirism, but not as risky. Oh, right, and then, yeah, vampirism and tonic are also items that went through like 6 different changes. Because no one could figure out how to actually, like, make those good. Damage is actually pretty good as long as you have the arrows stuck in there. We could roll, like, Hokuto's bow, swap Acrobat Pack with barbed tips. Actually, barbed tips makes Hokuto's bow work because you'll have at least 1 arrow in an enemy at all times thanks to Hokuto's bow, and then we could just have the quick bow on top of it doing more damage. It's very much a survival run. Sorry, not a survival run. It's very much a ranged run, and we would lose cross hit, the melee attack of the crossbow, just replacing it with a ranged attack from quick bow, but it is good. I feel like we would also need ammo, though, because quick bow doesn't have a lot of ammo, but I mean, it's passive damage on bosses. It'll do something. Is it a mimic? It's not. I think I will buy it, though. Oh, actually, magic missile. For the boss fight in particular, I think I like that too. And this actually gives us something to do when we run out of ammo. And then we can keep Acrobat Pack with the Hokuto's bow. Yeah, okay. So you equip those, we get rid of this, we swap them. Magic missile's very nice. It's been a while since we've rolled it too. It's a lot of money to spend, but we're gonna get some money back. What are we gonna do? We get rid of networking? I don't want to get rid of disengagement because our health is so low that I'm probably gonna die at some point if I get rid of it. Quick bow networking does help quick bow. Because you get fewer crits but more damage done, kind of. I don't know. I guess for like the boss fight, what would we like? Single target damage, so probably barbed tips, but if we're gonna be using a lot of magic missile, that's not gonna matter. I guess we probably keep networking. Crowd control is gonna be more important. Yeah, I guess we're gonna keep networking. And we can... I guess we're not gonna take Blood Sword. Really don't see myself using it when I'm rolling essentially a full suite of ranged weapons here. And the Blood Sword doesn't even seem like it does that much damage, although it does apply a lot of bleed, which will stack up to be a lot of damage, but yeah, that's fine. I'd like to roll like a classic Blood Sword build at some point. Blood Sword's a pretty old weapon in the game. As such, it kind of gets left behind, I think. You don't think about it too much. AJD says, I think the most broken mechanic that got sort of removed in the game was dual binding. I accidentally discovered dual binding on my own, and basically what would happen is that alternating weapons like XY, 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 XY canceled the animation as soon as you press the button, so you didn't have to have like a cooldown for the attack, you could spam them. And I remember doing double thrown daggers, and you could just XY to your heart's content. Basically, as fast as you press the buttons, you would fire off a dagger, and you could get some insane damage done. And it was a lot of fun. I can see that needing to be removed, though. It doesn't really fit. Shots pierce, shots pierce, shots pierce. Nah, shots do not pierce on Hokuto's bow, but that's okay. I don't think we need to reroll anything. And I'm gonna stick with the acrobatic pack too. We don't need ammo, we don't need barb tips for this, I don't think. This fight should be pretty easy. Hey, Stefanix Dorf, long time no see indeed. I hope you're doing well. What's going on? Thank you. Our damage might be a little slow on tentacle phase. No! Oh my god, I got obliterated. I climbed and rolled right before the boss did its attack. I was stupid. Oh, that wasn't good. This is not good at all. That's fine. I like the run even if we don't get like a flawless item. I just rolled at the wrong time on that one and stayed on the platform, but that's okay. You can have dual binding still. You can. I think it prevents achievements though. Something like that. Double damage frost blast. Oh baby. I guess we're going slumbering sanctuary again. Forgot that you couldn't go up to the DLC from this path. Dun, dun. No need to re-roll items. Nah, I think we're fine for a few more floors. I am looking for more equipment. Did we do a bank? I can't remember. I've played so many Dead Cells runs today that either died early or made it far that I've completely forgotten whether or not we've gone to a bank recently. I don't think we have, which means we might get Cavern Bank, which is perfect. Level 12 equipment, here we come. Also, don't die. I took a lot of damage in that boss fight due to a single bad roll. Let's try not to get ourselves killed here. Takes a second to kill anything with the bow and the magic missile, but that's okay. Bank, was it toxic if I remember correctly? I can't remember. I don't know. I don't remember if there was a bank. Wow, really? Annoying, but there you go. There's another one. I knew there was another one. You're not gonna fool me, game. Freaking. Get out of here. Get that nonsense out of here. Let's do it. Nope. That was effective. Okay. Weapon shop? I'll still look to see what they have. Explosive crossbow does 13,000 damage. It is high level-ish. We're gonna roll. We could get gun. Maybe not right now, but... Ah, dude, boomerang's pretty good. Victims release a toxic cloud with each hit boomerang? Really? That's tempting. Boomerang instead of Hokuto's bow would be a lot more raw damage against single targets. So Hokuto's bow right now, it is a 4,000 DPS if it hits an enemy, which is actually like not bad. Could also be a mimic shop, you never know. I would accept a level 13 boomerang. Sorry, you're level 11. Ow. Extra jumps. Flammable oil burns the ground. I guess I'd rather have burning. It's a tough decision. Tough decision about the weapon. I think the boomerang might be a little bit better though. Oh God! Heal up. I've gotten past my never heal stage of Dead Cells. Now I'm very much a healer. I need a healer! So many freaking bats. Magic Missile's so good though at taking them out. I like Magic Missile. We're gonna get a lot of money from the floor, so we should be able to re-roll attributes on weapons later. Maybe we are just better off going to the bank on the next floor if there is one. Or maybe we can just go to like the cavern or something. I don't know, that'd be a little bit rough. Rough and tough. Gotta remember that we do need to alternate targets. There's no reason not to. In fact, we get more damage by alternating targets. Focusing one enemy until they die is like the least effective method of progressing. Can you go caverns? We absolutely could if we wanted to. I still think that there might be a bank coming up though. And if there is, I kind of want to go that route. And if there isn't, well then, you know, we'll figure it out in a minute. Skill shop. Skills are fine. This is acceptable. Are you sure I already got the bank? I don't remember it. But that's probably because I didn't go to the bank. I'm like, I don't want to go to the bank. This is a stupid idea. I'm starting to really internalize the value of the networking because I am able to just like absolutely go through enemies quickly here, and it's lovely. Toxic cloud on each hit. We can build around that as a plus poison damage synergy enabler. I think I'm gonna buy this. Replace the Hokuto's bow. It's a level 9. That's pretty effective. That's all garbage. Yep, it was before the toxic sewers. It's like the worst place to get it too, that early. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think I do remember it, and I think it was Prisoner's Court, or not Prisoner's Quarters. It was Corrupted Prison, wasn't it? It was Toxic Sewers? No, it's close. So I guess I only partially remember. Flamethrower turret. Now, Sinew Slicer is enabling damage due to the bleed. We're good there. You're not that scary anymore. I mean, you're still scary, just not anymore. Is he dead? He's dead. Yeah, like it's actually pretty satisfying to go through an area, hit like every enemy once, and then by the time you hit the end of the zone, everything's dead. That's surprisingly fun. And that boomerang does a lot of burst damage when it comes out, and also a lot of damage to big single targets, so it is, I think, the better call than Hokuto's bow. Weirdly enough, I kind of think of Hokuto's bow as more of a crowd control item, because the effect spreads. Oh my god. What? Quad damage repeater crossbow. Quad damage, huh? Plus damage on a poison target as well. Good god. That's incredible. By the way, Big Win, welcome. AJD, you're gonna lurk? Have fun lurking. Like, that's such a high amount of damage. It's 100,000 DPS. Here's the problem with this number though. 100,000 DPS is a lie. Very few bosses at this point in the game are going to be rootable. Giant is immune completely, and the clock boss won't be rooted for long, so we're mostly gonna be doing 35,000 DPS. It'll probably be somewhere in the middle, maybe like 40 to 50,000. That's still double the damage that I'm doing right now, but then we also take quadruple the damage. So is it really worth it for that upgrade? Like if it was just on a normal bow that wasn't associated with the conditional crits, it'd be a lot better. Still good, but does make me wonder if it's good enough. 'Cause that is a tough call. That is a tough call indeed. Okay, you kind of like freaked out. You double tapped yourself. There was a loud ka-thunk when the boomerang came out and hit nothing. I'm still debating, still considering it. It's quad damage, but I like the run that we have right now. I like the speed of it. I think that'll slow me down a little bit. We done? We are done with the floor. Do I need the health? No, we don't. 90%. We have 2,000 HP. I have 23 tactics. We're basically dying in one hit anyways, but good God. I don't know if I can do that. I've gotten very good scroll luck. I don't think I want this. Because again, the damage, it seems good. I just don't know how effective. I mean, here's the thing. It does still do more damage, but then we're gonna have quad damage taken. But it does synergize with poison targets as well. You're very mobile with this, aren't you? Oh, jeez, I mean, the damage is so freaking high, man. All right, all in. I'll do it. Fine, I'll do it. Freaking savages. I'll do it, damn it. I don't really want to go to the cavern. I think the Sepulcher is better, and then we'll have an opportunity to choose Clock Boss or Guardian's Haven. I'm more confident in my ability to get through the Sepulcher. One hit, you're dead. Well, technically 2 hits and we're dead, because the first hit will trigger disengagement, as long as we're not getting grabbed by Dracula. But, you know, just don't get hit. Just don't get hit and then you're fine. It's another reason why I don't want to go to the cavern, actually, because if we go to the cavern could have, or it will have arbiters, which will drop bombs on death, which is just going to be a pain in the ass. So I'd rather not deal with that if I can avoid it. That would be good. Probably don't need networking anymore, but actually networking is going to make this easier with the crowd control. All right, let's freaking do it, I guess. I would love to kill the clock boss with this build. I think that would be a lot of fun. I'd like to kill the giant with this build as well. Let's see what happens. Give me all the curse chests you have. Why not at this point? I have 2800 HP normally. It's not like we had a lot of HP to go on. So why not go quad damage, you know? Oh no, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna kill enemies anyways. You don't say, huh? You don't say. It's a shop. We are not gonna be looking at shops until we have the curse cleansed. That much is guaranteed. In theory, this might be hitting that enemy down there. Told you. There we go. Uh-oh. You dummy. You've activated my trap! Also, they were rooted because we have a trap, a root trap. You know what? Maybe that'll just make it even a little bit easier, you know? Maximum glass cannon, maybe without the cannon. I mean, we do a lot of damage. Hey, there's a 3,900 HP, just increase our health by like nearly 2,000. Now we're getting all of the bad luck with the scrolls though. We're getting all of the, you gotta take a path that you don't want. Like, I don't wanna go survival. Give me more tactics, game, I need them. I need the points. Yep. Pick it up. Thank you. Let's see what's in the hole. Probably shouldn't be doing this because it's just gonna be some garbage. Cross, don't need it. No, we have a better boomerang. We don't need the owl. Did you know the game skews 2-color scrolls away from giving you your main color? I did. You're more likely to get health-related scrolls because the game knows its player base. The game knows that, rather, the developers know, that if it gives people full control over what to take, they're just gonna take damage. All day, every day. People are gonna die in one hit and then complain that the game's too hard, so. So they skew away from that by enforcing a certain theoretical average amount of health scrolls. I think that was handled very poorly, but we lived. Because this thing still kills enemies in 2 darts anyways. Speaking of canon, I still like the sinew slicer, and we have enough rooting as is. We don't need that. Makes sense. That's my assumption. My assumption is that it has to do with just minimum health numbers and keeping the game fun and fair, kind of. As fun as it would be to just always be taking all damage all the time. I don't know how to get over there, but it doesn't have anything I want, so who cares? I have a bad feeling about this. Like, we're about to hit a curse chest and then not have enough enemies left to kill them. Like, that's the bad feeling I'm getting. Oh! Lasers. Careful of the lasers. No? Boy's axe. That's another route, but I like the boomerang for the poison damage synergy. The boy's axe is really good, though. Excuse me, biters. Excuse me, biters. Oh, Jesus, I didn't see him in the middle of all of the biters and things and particle effects and corpses. The one negative of this weapon that I have, yes, it's quad damage, it's also biters. I'd rather not have the biter component. Scroll fragment. Let's finish off this route. And backtrack for everything that we were missing. And in theory, we never really have to stop to attack anything. Just hit it with the root shot and then run away. What kind of a freaking layout is this? What is this garbage? And they share a lot of damage. Oh, dude, we need to find light. This is gonna be a bit of a run. I think we needed to do that, though. I didn't see any light, and we needed it. All right. Did run through this all very quickly. I don't want to go that way again. I think we're gonna take a little bit of damage. No, we didn't. Barely, but we didn't. Not that it was gonna matter. You know, that damage isn't quadrupled or whatever the hell it is. you. It's hard to get networking kills right now because everything dies so fast. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that except be happy. That's hard for me. That was a panicky moment and dumb. Okay, shop coming up. Random weapons. I guess we'll look. Infantry bow, toxic cloud. I mean, we've got the boomerang. Bible. Star Fury. Firebrands. Parry shield. Vampire killer with heals. Snake fangs. Hell says this biome gives me anxiety. As you get faster at killing floors, this becomes less of a problem. This particular biome. Just gotta go fast. Yeah, like 71,000 DPS repeater crossbow. I guess it's still good. As time goes on, that's gonna feel less good though. Well, whatever, we're just gonna try to, you know, kill this boss as quickly as we can at least. Flames and toxic cloud. I like everything that we have, except I guess we don't need sinew slicer anymore. The boomerang powers up the repeater crossbow poison synergy. This generates a toxic cloud and then gets crits. So, why not go for this? That was cool. Like, fired arrows in all direction on death. I guess we'll still look at the shop. Double damage, scarecrow sickles. That makes somebody happy. Burning oil, great owl of war. Really like the wolf trap right now. I really like the wolf trap. For this boss, wolf trap is fine. After this boss, we're gonna need to swap it out. Unless we're going up to the lighthouse again, I'd rather go a different route, I think. Oh my god, where? There's no closer teleport, okay. We're gonna fight Clock Boss? I think we should. Okay, we healed up, and we go to Clock Room. Where's the other? Oh, the other exit is just right there. Yeah, let's go Clock. We can literally go any route after that, and then we can decide then what we're gonna do. Sure. I think we'll probably go for Clock Boss. In theory, we can freaking annihilate her. That's 141 kills, by the way. I don't think we took any damage. I do like permanent poison with an infantry grenade, but not what we want now. Definitely not now. I think I'm gonna go for barbed tips. Versus networking. We don't need networking. And this is a solo boss. The barb tip damage, you know, we fire a lot of shots with the repeater crossbow. This helps us to do more damage. And we want acrobat attack. Could also go for ammo, but I think this is fine. Okay, let's do it. I'm always nervous about any boss that's not the giant. All right, that's actually extremely good. This is what I mean when I say Wolf Trap is good against this boss. After this boss, maybe not so much, but you can always Wolf Trap the clock boss. You can always Wolf Trap the clock boss. That was absurdly fast. Okay. You cannot root Hand of the King or... Well, correction. Rooting, I think, does work on Hand of the King and the Collector, but only like momentarily, and then it goes away. But we still have barbed tips damage. We could probably do it. Yeah. It's either that or Dracula. I don't want to fight freaking Dracula. Dracula sucks. Let's go the full route, I guess. Let's do it. Correction. Let's look at the item, then we'll determine a route. I want to see what we got. It's garbage, unfortunately. I mean, sure, shots leave a trail of flames, boomerang already releases toxic clouds, and this is gonna go in our backpack anyways. So yeah, we don't need this at all. Goodbye. Not even a good effect. Shots leave a trail of flames. I have that on my barnacle trap, which I just bought 2 freaking seconds ago. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go castle. That's the whole vampire thing, streamer. Of course he does. Sucks. I get it. I mean, I'm the one who made the joke. Did you see that? He hit me. He clearly hit me. Now, losing networking means that the enemies up here are gonna take a little bit more effort to kill. We won't get so many accidental lethalities, but we still have barbed tips, we still... Well, that sucks. We still have the, just immediately down to one freaking 15% HP. We still have the rooting, which will do damage over time, so it's not that bad. Now, we did take a pretty nasty hit there. That's actually not that bad. We still have one-shot protection, so we're not gonna immediately die if we get hit once. It was a very stupid way of taking damage, though. I just engaged very improperly. And I've already used a heal. That's a bleeding infantry grenade. So we've seen a poison one and a bleeding one. So be careful. Enemies are not dying as fast as I would like because a lot of our damage is, or was, networking. What we could have done is we could have like change mutations, and then next floor change mutations, and the next floor change mutations, so we're constantly swapping between the two. Or we could get rid of Acrobata Pack, but I really don't want to do that. We could get rid of Disengagement in theory, kind of don't want to do that either. You know what I mean? There's not really a best course of action, I think. This is going to be a little bit harder to deal with, but I think it saves us a little bit of money in the long run, which is good. Shrapnel axes, magic bow, magic bow. Ooh, there's a money shooter though. It's good damage. Now, if there was like a quad damage money shooter, I would 100% take it. I would take it. I would spam it. I would kill every enemy with it. And I wonder if we would have enough money to finish the rest of the game with that. That would be funny. Oh my god, I knew it as soon as it happened. Well, we healed up to 60%. That was just a very poor engagement on my part yet again. I don't know why I expected him to do the bum rush. And then for some reason I tried to roll out of the way, like that was gonna help. There's no teleporter, so that's a very poor idea to rely on that to get out of that situation. Just a lot of enemies around here, huh? Can't help but see there's a lot of enemies around here. We don't have one-shot protection active right now, which is scary. Really can't afford to take any hits. Unless I use another flask. If you heal back up to full, you get your one-shot protection back immediately. This is gonna be a jumping dude. I'd rather not deal with. Stop that. Man, I really miss networking. I never thought I'd say that, but yeah, this does more damage against a single target, but if you're already kind of just killing bosses as quickly as we just did, maybe you need networking just for that crowd control. Because right now we're just having a hard time killing the crowds. Any enemy walking back and forth? No, thank you. Then again, I guess I'm not really activating too many enemies at the same time. We are kind of just killing things one at a time as we go. Maybe that's because I am not... Melee's cleared. I'm not willing to run quickly. You know, I'm more willing to, or more wanting to go slow. Try to avoid damage and avoid enemies when possible. Another one of those guys. Oh God. Ah! I thought I could jump up there. It was too high of a leap. Careful, careful. Be very careful. Be very, very careful, yeah. Be very, very careful. I do see that. Let's do this. I'm getting all of these. I want all the scrolls. See ya. This barb tips does help the damage against these guys a little bit. Not as much though. All right. Ooh. Do I really want to fight another elite? Ah. Nah, probably when I can't access them. It seems like a little silly. Make sure you go. Biters can kill you. I don't know why I'm doing this then. Seems a little risky. Just a little risky. Okay. I'd much rather do a top-down approach. And there's a shop. skills. Double damage Great Owl, you know. I mean, Barnacle Trap already does a lot of damage on poison, and it'll poison enemies, and the enemies are gonna be poisoned, so. I think that's okay. Nope. You're already dead. Ew, more HP. Sounds good to me. Our damage is gonna be so bad on the boss, but you know, whatever. There's some stuff over here to grab. We've not been through Green Door, and then also there was this baguette. Well, there's a 50% heal when we're leaving. Oh, biters. Do enemies like explode into bullets on death or something? Is that an effect? Because it damn well looks like it's an effect that's happening. Okay. 4 enemies up, 4 enemies left. Oh my god, freaking stupid ball trap. My favorite. Hey, we did get to 60 finally. I didn't know if it was gonna happen. Okay, a few enemies down there, don't care. I think one of them stepped into a spike wall or something. Dummy. I don't need to go over there. We've got everything. Man, we've got everything. All the items we could want, we got everything. Already checked out the weapons. Did I check out the skills? I did not. I guess I was thinking about the Great Owl, but I don't think we need that. We already do enough. 125,000 DPS repeater crossbow is pretty good. Don't need this. 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 And that. All right, let's do this and then grab that big hit. Now, right now, it's not worth swapping to networking, but after the boss, we probably should, because I think that'll help. Networking should enable us to more easily kill clusters of enemies. Because this is gonna hit every enemy, and then the barbed tips will kill them. Because we'll still keep barbed tips. Fight's not gonna last long enough for the malaise to matter. We can do that. Okay. Kind of, you know, slowed it down a little bit, but I think that's warranted. What I'd tell you, though, I kind of expected the Forgotten Sepulchre to be the easier biome, and it definitely was. That was an increase in difficulty for sure. You know, Root Grenade might actually be what we want to take, with the exception of, again, this boss probably can't really be rooted effectively, so I think we skip. But in theory, it could be nice. Don't change anything. Don't change anything. Let's do it. Just an old-fashioned classic quad damage repeater crossbow build against an enemy that I don't think can really get rooted effectively. So don't get hit. All right, that's very nice. Got him. Had to jump around on that second phase a little bit, but we got it done. Look at that, 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 look at that. It's like the boss fights are easy. Oh, I need a drink. Oh. Whew. A little worrisome. Double damage cat? The cat is larger and deals more damage. I mean, if we're already dying in one hit, why not take a double damage cat? Do we have any fire? Barnacle Trap leaves a trail of flames, but we'd have to get rid of the wolf trap for that, but the Quiver of Bolts still applies root. So, I guess we'll take double damage cat. I mean, it's pretty good. It's double damage though, but... Lord. I'm like... I like having the wolf trap. I'd rather get rid of that than get rid of... Sorry, I'd rather keep that than keep the barnacle trap. I know that the barnacle trap has both poison and flame, so it enables all the synergies. Well, then why not keep that, you know? It'll burn and poison any enemy that it hits. Yeah, we can root ourselves. I think you gotta go cat in the left slot here, get rid of the wolf trap. Also, big cat. So now we're skull times 4. Oh god. Well, this is our run now. Maybe we could get Quiver of Bolts to also apply fire, but let's not worry about that. Now, do we want to actually take networking? It's gonna be 6,000 combined to reset here and then reset later. I think we probably do want to do it. I don't think we need Acrobata Pack, so we might want Barb Tips and networking together. So we can take Disengagement, Barb Tips, networking. Now we have exceptionally great crowd control, and then we can just swap back to the boomerang before we fight the boss. That's when we're gonna want that extra bonus poison damage. Before that, we don't really care. Bwam, 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 bwam. Now, am I scared? Oh, absolutely. We take so much damage right now. But it's fun. And, like, if we just hit an enemy, they die. We don't have to be there when they die. Well, that and the cat will kill him, probably, if I don't. Down. Uh-oh. I thought that was a bullet. It was the cells. Oh my god! You dick! Literally couldn't see you. Well, that's fine. Still have one shot. As annoying as that was, that's not our only hit that we can take. Just didn't even see the enemy, too. Because when they're above you, they can just create those laser skulls. Laser, laser skull! What's the weapon? This is the repeater crossbow. It has a 2-mode fire. The first mode is rooting bolts. Didn't work there. The second mode of fire is piercing bolts that do crits. So there's the rooting shots, there's the piercing shots. It's a little wonky of a weapon. Not my favorite, but because it's quad damage, it is right now. 134,000 damage. Pretty good. So I want to go down. Oh, there's the cat. I'm gonna keep going down. I'm gonna keep going down. I'm going very slow here. Keep going down. We're gonna want the flask. Are we gonna even need it? I don't freaking know. We don't need the watermelon because we have one-shot protection active right now. Ah! I don't know what killed you, but I'm glad you died. Thank you. Thank you. This run is basically just evolving into me pressing Y on all the enemies, though, which... It wasn't like this in... The Sepulcher. The Sepulcher was way more involved. Since then, though, the game has gotten a lot harder. Yeah, we have currently quadruple damage and double damage taken. So I don't know if that's 6 or 9, or maybe not even either of those. Lol, 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 lol. But it might be that we take 5 times as much damage instead of 4 times as much damage. It really just does depend on that first multiplicable being multiplied or additive. That's a lot of damage for a trap. I like it. There's 30. Give it a second. What? I don't know what hit that guy through the wall, but I like it. Whoa! Stop teleporting so much. Thank you. I think I screwed up the dodge roll on that one too. We're gonna do this at the very end. I don't know if there can be a mimic here, but I don't want to freaking worry about it right now. Oh my god, everything just wants to kill me. I almost got hit there too. I was going to get hit. Surprise! All right, we've got the keys. I mean, I'd see you. You're not hiding. You just spawned there. You said, "Hey, you," when you appeared. That's not stealthy. Wish the hitbox on that was a little bit different. Just like shoot the shots just over that guy's head. It's why I open up with the rooting barrage. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do with the weapon, but also it's just easier to hit with. It's not gonna miss, unlike the piercing shots. You can shoot a little bit too high and then you're left wondering, what am I gonna do? Hayabusa Boots! Hiya, Boots! Don't hit my biter. Come over here. Hit me. I do love killing multiple enemies at the same time. Always a satisfying feeling. Get out of here. I don't know why we were critting on that one. Good. Yet another just throw the cat at the enemies and let them die. Garbage throwing knives, don't need them. Things are still going fine. Might be a little bit crowded on the inside of this place because we have let some enemies spawn thanks to the malaise level. It's fine. You can still move when rooted, huh? That's very unfortunate. And I wish not how that worked. Lunk. All right, larger cat, you're the only thing standing between me and victory. As in, I'm putting a lot of hopes on you for the upcoming fight. Malaise cleared. Yeah, I screwed up my jump on that one. These projectiles are almost invisible, but not quite. There. See, I worry a little bit because the damage is not quite solid enough against a single target, but I'm hoping the root damage against the boss and the barbed tips and everything is gonna make it all better. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Try the elevator, please. Maybe it's all gonna be the cat, you know? Cat is doing $100,000 damage per hit, not $100,000 per hit, although that would be satisfying as well. We're gonna get food, we're gonna look for, and then I'm gonna get food. We're gonna look for... I got my eyes on you. What do you need? Do we need the health flask? We might as well get the health flask. We can give ourselves extra one-shot protections by healing twice, although maybe that means we shouldn't have bought one because now we're at an odd number of healing flasks, but I'm not gonna worry that much. How do we get up here? Go up here, and then up here, and then roll, and then up here, and then up here. You had to put the damn shop so far away, huh? The darn shop, man. Nerves of Steel does 133,000 DPS on its own without the need for crits. Or without the need for crits or rooting. God, that's such good damage. Like, we could pivot. We could, you know, pivot into something that's not gonna get us killed. It's less damage, but it's more consistent and it's phenomenal. But I'm not going to, okay? We're not going to. We're gonna roll with stupid sextuple damage. And if we ever get hit, we die, okay? I'm all in. Just don't get hit, forehead. Oh, there was another. It just wasn't activated. We never activated this teleporter. All right. Skedaddle, skadoodle, let's get out of this noodle. Double damage cat. Double damage bow. Trying to think about how effective I think this is going to be, and I think the answer is not much, but let's die to the boss if we're going to die to anyone. Bibble. Amulet. Sinew Slicer. technically that amulet is one level higher than the current amulet, but it had no, like, difference. The same number of stats, the same damage reduction. Actually, you know what? No, the damage reduction was 5% higher, so that was the difference. Bream, bream, bream. Don't accidentally reroll. We're gonna swap. We're gonna go disengagement, definitely. We could go for like dead inside. Maybe we can tank another hit if we buff our HP enough. I don't think that's important. I like kill rhythm. And I like barb tips. Do we need we would like acrobat pack. We don't need it though, because in theory, the barnacle trap creates poison. So we could use that to enable the poison damage on the repeater crossbow. We could go with point blank for another 60% damage bonus, or acrobat pack, or kill rhythm. I think we'll go with boomerang is going to do a lot of damage. We can probably go with acrobat pack. We're going to be up close very often in this fight. Like, we're going to be up close all the time. Let's go point blank. Sorry, boomerang. Feel like buffing the damage 60% when we're close is going to be a little bit more worth it. Oh god, I'm Santa. Alright, are you gonna kill me or am I gonna kill you? Who the heck knows, buddy? I got a cat on my back, how about you? Okay, that was a lot of damage to take in one hit. That's kind of expected. Okay. Okay. Next. All right, I did almost die, but disengagement saved me. But we were able to chunk him down pretty quickly. We didn't even go to a different arena. We just went straight to his death room. Well, that was fun. Wish I could have avoided the hit against his spiral attack. You know what I could have done? Mommy. I should have dodged up against the wall, because I tried to dodge to the middle of the room and that did not work. Should have dodged up against the wall. We could have gotten around it all. Also, this is why we don't have Santa anymore. He melts. Sorry, kids. Santa's dead. That was a fun run, though. I was not that confident in the quad damage because it wasn't really that damaging. Especially when we got rid of networking and we were in the castle. It was very good in the sepulcher, though. But it was a fun run and a fun weapon. Exceptional against bosses. Even if we were not quite doing those crits, the damage was high enough that we were able to just pretty much crush them. But yeah, networking, exceptionally helpful and should have kept it for the castle. Should have just paid the money to re-roll out of it, I think. Or yeah, every boss fight and then floor. Would be a lot of money, but we didn't spend any money. We had like 60 grand at the end of the run because I didn't want to re-roll any of the modifiers. We had so much going on that was important to keep the quad damage and the double damage. If you re-roll the weapon, you're going to lose those in all likelihood. Fun run though. And for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Dead Cells.